Good morning, beloved hearts. Laura J. here with a message today about the law of the vacuum. It's not actually a law of the vacuum, so to speak, but it was the way I had first heard it, and so I share it to you as it was delivered to me with some adaptations to make it relevant to you. Essentially, what it says is that every empty space will be filled, either intentionally or unintentionally, and we get to choose. And so that is why we must use the power that we have to focus on that which we desire instead of that which has been laid out for us, that is not in our highest interest. Right now there are sinister agendas, and what I spent the last year doing was ruining relationships because I was not respecting the free will of others to choose ignorance, to choose not knowing the truth, not see. Is what the plan is, to keep those who would say, oh, but that is just far too corrupt, that is just too much. No, it cannot be true. And so there is an act of choosing not to see the truth that is at play right now, and someone like myself that is so committed to truth was trying so hard to say no before it was too late. And because of that, I don't have relationships with people that I thought I always would. And the truth is that it's okay, because I have found that some love me for me and others love me for who they need me to be. And when I don't fit that, and you may find the same to be true too, then the love is less, which means that the love was never unconditional in the first place. And conditional love is very much the experience that we are living through here. And I say this a day after I found out a good friend passed yesterday because of drugs. The day before, in fact, but I was informed the day after. And so it's so sad because he was not alone. In fact, there was a young woman that also left this world with him because the dark seek the light and will fight tooth and nail to do what they can to derail those keepers of the flame, the ones who came to be true and got caught up in the not seeing plan that is of demand in today's modern age, where the current we see that we trade with, that currency is deception. It is not the truth. And so for those of us who trade truth, who do our best to find the truth that feels true, because truth is resonant, that is when we get challenged. And there are many ones of the light who are being challenged right now and are not winning, such as my friend and his friend, who are neither with us any longer. And I'm doing my best to help their souls be able to ascend to the highest levels they have access to based on their karma. And ultimately that's because I'm understanding better what we're here for as keepers of the flame, as ones who are here to not just perpetuate the name that we know of from the masters who came before, such as those behind me, and you too, for they all do stand behind us, as Maya Angelou had said, in that I may stand before you as one, but I come before you as all who came before me, to allow me to be who I am in this moment. And the same is true for me and you too. And so with that, I do say that the law of the vacuum would say that every space will be filled either intentionally or unintentionally. And right now there is a lot of unintentional energy being perpetuated simply because the truth is stranger than fiction. And yet we have a chance to change the narrative and to make the truth be what shines brighter than the dark plans that some man and woman would perpetuate and play out on humanity, forgetting there is an extra E in it because of all of the hues being included in it. And so this message is simply to say my heart goes to those who have been lost to the darkness. And then my heart also goes to those who are still in it to win it, because the light will win. The light has won. Victory is ours. It's just time for us to find one another. And so if this message resonates for you, then please do make sure you're subscribed, as over the years and all of the lives I have done, I am learning to fine-tune my delivery in a way that hopefully can help you say, yeah, let's do it. Let's grow stronger together. And here I remind you too that you have survived 100% of the darkest days of your life, and the nights too. So congratulations. And there will be many more too. And yet together it will be far brighter, because we can imbue that light in our heart, in the sacred chamber of the heart where the threefold flame sits and rises. We can offer that to those that would be lost. We can be the beacons that allow the crown of light to be what they say, hey, what are you doing? Because I like what you look like, even though I don't know why. I feel it. And that's in the sacred sojourn of the soul, when right before contribution, we get to the place of embodying a new energetic frequency, a new energetic signature that people say, whoa, what's that? Who is that? That's the message for today. I hope it serves you, and say that if you have lost anyone to drugs, alcohol, injections, or pollutants, or for any other toxic and corrupt reason, please pray for them and know that it is in doing so that we help them be able to get where they need to go for their next experience here in earth, or wherever it is that they go next. And that in that process too, we imbue ourselves and our world that we share with more light, which is what is required in the fight to expel the darkness. For light and dark cannot coexist simultaneously, nor can fear and love neither. So unconditional love is not readily taught outside of the church institutions, and even those have never resonated fully for me, except until then, when I found the Shambhala Temple of Light and Summit Lighthouse, which is making a lot more sense because of how it resonates for me. That isn't to say the same is true for you, but if you found me, that's part of what you're going to feel in the energetic signature that I bring with me now, simply because it's where I'm plugging some of my energetic cords into and away from the dark narratives that are being imposed on us right now in forces that are just out of this world and yet of it. And so I redirect my energy and encourage you to do the same too, because in this universe where the universe does not differentiate negatives and only gives us more of what we focus on, saying, I don't want that, makes that the focus of the statement. So recognize if you're complaining about anything, you're giving it your power, and instead I would say, choose the light and fine-tune what it is that you are going to give your energy to by recognizing it showed up to give you contrast, to help you get clarity, to move forward with greater strength. So I hope that serves you. I send you love and look forward to seeing you again soon. Toodaloo. Laura J. Namaste, namago. Have a good one, yo.